Hey, we're live back here at Northwest MinCon, Backstage Connect 2014, but we're with Steve Hibdon, who's creative director with J12, Greg Johnson, and we normally would have Greg out here, and we probably would. But here's just an interesting take on it. I've known Steve for years now. He's a magician.
Yeah, he taught
He taught everything I know. Not really. But this is what I appreciate about Steve, and I said, please come and tell us about this. Interesting turn in your family that you felt called of God to do, and in light of the Bethsaida guys that were on stage today, it made me think of you and go, you need to come tell us about this. This is inspiring. Listen to this.
Oh, yeah. From them last year, I had actually started about... Well, when I got married about 20 years ago, we wanted to adopt a baby with Down syndrome. It was just put in our spirits by God. And 2 years ago, I saw them, those guys, the Bethesda group, and they sang a song, and a group of kids with Down syndrome, and I said, I'm gonna adopt, and this is the time to do it. And that was 2 years ago I started. And then 6 weeks ago, we just adopted a little baby named Jaden, who has Down syndrome, and he's an awesome little dude. And I love it. It's an awesome...
Well, Special Needs Ministries is sweeping the church as far as we're kind of acknowledging it's there. My goodness, we don't know what to do with it, but it's really come to the forefront of kids ministry in churches.
Right.
So it's amazing to see how the ministries of it is taking place, but it's just intriguing to talk with parents that have made that leap, because you said I'm going to do that, but of course your wife had to agree to it.
Right, and the thing that's intriguing maybe is because God knows who's meant to do that, and if you are like, that's not for me, then it's probably not for you. But for us, it wasn't like, let's make this hard decision. It was, let's do this, because I feel in my heart that this is right. My wife felt the same way. In fact, not even that we're going to do a good deed. We're just going to do what makes complete sense for our family. And we have 3 of our own kids, biological children, and they were tough as babies to raise, picking them in the middle of the night, feeding them and stuff. And this baby it's like different, because it's an easy burden that God, it's like the perfect example of my burden is light. When it's meant to be, it's light. And it's actually less of a burden on our family to have the baby than it was before, which is kind of weird, but that's the way God works.
No, I think it's inspiring. So I would say that in 2 years' time, you need to come back and talk about what children's ministry, specifically to your child, Jaden, looks like in your local church expression.
Right.
It could be the Champion Center with Craig Johnson, not Greg Johnson, but Craig Johnson, who's piloting that around the world and championing that around the world. I would love to see in 2 years' time what kids ministry or what that looks like in your family experience.
You know that we're going to have something at our church made for Jaden and many other kids that are awesome kids. I'll show you a picture on the screen here.
Totally.
Okay, can you see that? That's my screensaver. That's Jaden right there.
That's awesome.
Great.
That's inspiring.
Should I hold it? We good?
It's inspiring, Steve. Thanks for being part of it.
Hey, thanks for having me on Northwest Ministries
Backstage Connect.
Yes.
2014.